the chance to take advantage of the National Park quarter set. So this is a collection. I mean, it actually began in 2010, I believe, was the very first time.
National Parks quarters.
But what we have for you today made even more special because of the West Point. We'll talk more about that. But the whole collection available at $299.95. I bought mine yesterday. I'm so thrilled about this. And you can see what we have. I have only 156 of these to go around for the entire country. And this is also, I mean, every time we do these, they sell out each and every time.
Yeah, and let me explain to you what makes it, because people are going, okay, $299 for quarters. I understand the proof quarters of that. Yeah. The P&D quarters, I mean, you know, you can get those at the bank.
Right,
I mean,
right,
you know, they're not in this nice condition like this. And I get that. But this is incredibly special. Because the United States government, they make Philadelphia mint, they make Denver mint, San Francisco mint comes out of the proof set. The San Francisco minted coins are, you know, $10 or $15, and the P's and D's, nice coins like this, are a couple of bucks a piece. They're going, okay, so that's like $15 or $20, but you're like $2.99. The coin is the W mint. The United States government, in its history since 1932, and they started the Washington quarter, have never made a Washington quarter, Mint State Washington quarter at the West Point Mint. They've never done that.
Never.
Never put a West Point Mint mark on there. So they decide last year, like I said, they did some really cool stuff last year for the US Mint. They decide to create what they call the Great American Treasure Hunt. Okay. And what they did is they made West Point minted quarters and didn't sell any of them. They randomly placed them into circulation for people to start going through their change again. Because that's what makes a lot of coin collectors. When I was a kid, I used to always go through looking for silver coins, looking for Indian head pennies, looking for buffalo nickels, looking for rare dates. All those things were possible. That basically stopped. The government is starting that up. Like I said, the Great American. So they did these coins, which are incredibly, phenomenally rare. I mean, just any of them, I mean, even in really poor condition, they're $20 or $25 or $30 a piece. In brilliant, uncirculated, I sell Mint State 65s here of the West Point minted quarters certified. I think we're $149 a coin.
Yeah, they're a lot of money, right?
I have the Mint State 67s. I have the 5-coin West Point Mint Set Mint State $799. It's an incredible bargain. I have got the West Point mints with the P's and the D's and the S's, the only 5 in existence, the entire set. From 2019 in existence, I have them not for $299 a piece, but $299 for all 5 of them. The 5 West Point minted coins, some of them, the American Memorial West Point, is almost impossible to find that are out there. I've looked and looked and looked. I've found 0 West Point mints in my change, and I checked every single solitary
so
day.
for all the National Park collections we've done, this is far and away
because
the most
it has
exclusive.
the West Point Mint.
Yes.
Because it has the Now we have the P and the D and the S set that you can go buy on hsn.com. We got a great auto ship with that. Now it's just pretty much all the way through. And it's less money than $299, but they don't have the West Point mints because there's only 5 in existence, and they're in this set right here. So for those of you that have been looking and gone through hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of quarters, looking for your West Point minted quarters, now you can get them in one place. If I sold just the West Point mints at $299, it would be spectacular. Certified, I'm $799. But I'm going to give you the custom boxes. Look at these beautiful boxes
beautiful, aren't they?
that we've done right here. 2019s. I'm going to give you the Philadelphia Mint, Gem Brilliant Uncirculated, the Denver Mint, Gem Brilliant Uncirculated, the Proof Coin, Gem Proof, and then the special West Point minted Great American Treasure Hunt coins that everybody's been looking for, and almost nobody is finding them. We went, and people go, so how'd you get them? The Mint selling to you? No, the Mint didn't sell them to us. We bought them from people. That's the way we do it. I mean, you know, I don't get any, believe me, I wish I got special treatment from the Mint, but nothing could be more further from the truth. I mean, that 2019 S coin, they went from $70 to, like I said, $4,000. How many they sold me? And we're one of their biggest customers. We spell tens of millions of dollars a year with them. I got one, just like everybody else. And I was lucky to get one. It was 1 per household. That was the limit. 30,000 they sent out. 1 million people tried to buy them. The West Point minted coins, in many ways, are even harder to get because they never sold them. You can only find them. And so now they have been in circulation so long that the ones that you find won't be brilliant uncirculated. These are guaranteed to be original brilliant uncirculated.
You know, I was telling Mike that, you know, my best friend, or one of my best friends' daughter's getting married, and for their honeymoon, me when they're gonna do the national parks, and I went, okay, score, the best wedding gift. But now, this has taken my appreciation, and I'm sure yours, to a totally new level in understanding what's different about this collection. And I know we have a little over 100, I believe, 140 or something like that. 140 of these, that is it. That is all we have for the whole country. And then we don't, when we say that when this is gone, I could tell from that, they're gone, right?
And here's the thing. I will do my level best to get more. I mean, but it's a commodity. We don't make these. I don't manufacture these. They frown on that, me making my own coins.
Yeah, good thing.
Yeah, that's right. I do not think I would rock that orange jumpsuit. So,
not your color.
Yeah, that's not my color. So here's that West Point mint. You can see that. The very first time and only time the United States government has done a West Point minted Washington quarter. That is the key to the thing. So this great American treasure hunt, this coin that everybody is looking for and nobody can find, you get it in gem, brilliant, uncirculated condition, along with the Philadelphia mint, the Denver mint, and the San Francisco mint. The very first time you have been able to even get this collection that you're going to hit with the 4 different quarters that you're going to have. Absolutely stunning, and you get the entire 2019 collection, which, by the way, has been some of the most popular. I'm going to put this back up here. If we could very quickly kind of run through these.
Yes,
now
that'd
we
be great
start right up here because it's these national parks. So we start with Lowell, Massachusetts, which is a very cool one as well, and very popular. But then if you go next to it, we have 2 coins from the Northern Mariana Islands and from Guam, where we have the American Pacific memorials to World War II that have been fantastically collectible and desirable that you see right there. And then you go down. Now that's the San Antonio Missions coin. So you have all that right there. Then right there, you're going to have the Wilderness National Park that you're going to have right there, one of the coolest, most beautiful national parks. And if you go right straight up, if you can, you have the last American memorial right there, battleground in the Pacific, that you're going to have there for Guam, more in the Pacific. That's the Guam quarter and the memorial that you're going to have with that. And you have them in their rarest possible format, the only quarters ever done by the United States government with the West Point mint mark. If I sold just those for $299.95, they would be spectacular. But to add them in the custom packaging with the Philadelphia, the Denver, and the gem-proof coin is a truly unique collectible opportunity. You finally are able to get all 5 of those. Right, so American.
Right, I mean, I was reading this, like, they've had 14 billion visits to national parks since 1904. So, I mean, this is I love that aspect of it. And again, the fact that you have an opportunity to enjoying the entire collection, but done in a way never before, thanks to the West Point Mint. And know here at HSN that you even have your 4 flex pay. I want to mention that. It's at $74.99 once more, and that's without any interest, and on any credit card is all as well. So we, of all the days, like I said, this is the day every year we wait for when we launch our